Hey guys, welcome to my team's demo video for Headstarter Hackathon 2. Now this is an update video from the previous video that I uploaded on my YouTube channel, which you can see from yesterday's hackathon demo. I'll explain why I made this update video at the end, but for now let me do a quick overview of what the track we chose is. We chose to try for Idea 2, the AI intern track with Spend Ruby. Now our goal was to develop a multimodal complaint analysis system that processes and categorizes consumer complaints across various formats, such as recordings, text, images, and videos, and so on. Now, in terms of the stack, today you will see me demo voice processing with Google Cloud speech-to-text API and Assembly AI. You will also see me demoing text processing with GPT-4. And you will see me processing images with Google Cloud Vision, along with video processing by Google Cloud Video Intelligence. And now we were able to get a Python-based backend using Flask, so that was our central aggregator. For the database, we used a Postgres SQL and utilized NeonDB, and we also implemented Elasticsearch for efficient retrieval. Our deployment included Docker for containerizations, and Kubernetes we were not able to get because it gave us a lot of problem. This I will go into depth a little later in the video. And I also, as a extra feature from Idea 1, we decided to implement a RAG pipeline as well to be able to query all the JSON dataset that Spend Ruby provided us. Now let's get into the architectural diagram, the high level overview before I go into the demo. As you can see, here's our architect diagram. So we have the user right here, and so the user can interact with either the text agent, the voice agent, the video agent, and the image agent. And all of these will send the request back to our Flask framework. From there, we'll send it to the SQL database, Postgres, and then the database gets updated. We go back to the front end and it displays on the user's dashboard. Now this user can also interact with an AI chat. So if I can send I can type up a message like, what's the consensus on Macy's complaints? Send a request. Now we'll turn that query into embeddings and then try and do a cosine similarity between all of our database of all of the complaints that Ruby gave us. And then we'll get the response. AI will generate a response for us and then send that back to the front end. Now this was a very high level overview. I'll go more into depth of each one during our demo, especially the RAG pipeline. Now before I go into our website, just for demonstration purposes, here is Spend Ruby's website. They're all in one financial platform and their pictures right here. So our goal over at this hackathon was, okay, let's make a platform that Ruby can use and that integrates really well with their platform already. So let's say I'm a Ruby admin and I want to use the product that we made and send complaints on it and handle complaints with it. So that's what we do with our platform. So here's Ruby's website and here is our landing page. As you can see, it resembles, we called it Resolved. We can log in, get started. It's the all-in-one platform for complaint categorization. Here we have text, we have audio, we have video, and we have image. And here's a sneak peek of what our dashboard will look like, which you will see in just a moment. And bottom here, we have all of the creators with all of our names. And these link to our GitHubs. So let's log in to get started and continue with Google. We used Clerk Auth for authentication. And this should just in a second, and here we are right at the dashboard. So here's what the dashboard looks like. Currently I have whitelisted myself as an admin, so I get access to all of the complaints in our database that we have tested with. Obviously, I would be able to whitelist a Ruby admin, a Ruby co-founder. They would be able to get access to all of these as well. Now, for starters, let me show you guys how we handle text. So if I click upload right here and go to the desktop, here is a complaint. So here's an actual complaint. I'll click submit, and then this list of entries should be updated at the bottom, and here we are, text. And red means complaint, as you can see right here, complaints to non-complaints. We tested with both. And there's an online order, payment and shipping, great. Now let's go to audio. Here we can, actually before I do that, let's go back to test, and just to show you that it does work, we can do a non-complaint. So let's open that, click submit, And in just a second, there we go, NA, because there's no product, there's no subproduct associated with it, but the file type it did recognize as text, and it categorized it as a not a complaint. Now if we go to the audio, we can click upload here, and let's do a audio. And let's do the long test. So I believe it's about a 30-second clip of me complaining. So let's see a submit. So I have two options here. As a Ruby admin, I was thinking it'd be nice for the people to decide, okay, do I want to transcribe with Assembly AI or do I want to use the Google Cloud speech to text? So we give the option of both. So I can do Assembly AI for now, and in just a moment it will take to process, but it should also auto update the data, the list of entries. Any second. Here we are. Audio, complaint recognized it, credit card transaction dispute. Now the same exact one that's tested with Google Cloud, see how it labels the product and subproduct. So if I do Google Cloud, this will also take a second. In the meantime, we can see that I will explain this in just a second to show raw context and not raw context. Here we are. Credit card, billing issue, transaction dispute, billing issue, more or less the same. Now we can also do a video. Now the video does take a while because we're using a free version of the Google Cloud, and it's about a couple of second clip, maybe 15-30 seconds. So if I click submit, this sends it to the backend, and we get the request to transcribe the video. Now this, since it does take a minute, in the meantime I will show what else we can do. Here we have the complaints, non-complaints, 16, 116, 119. These are all the tests that we did. We can obviously close this in and out. Nice. This smart search the complaints, this is the RAG pipeline that we set up. I will demo that at the end. I will also explain this discrepancy right here that you guys are saying, okay, why is this being updated and not the list of entries? This is a bug that we could work on, we do need to work on it. So if I click refresh here, you will see that all of them just show up just fine. I'm not exactly sure why that is at this current moment. We kind of just pushed it and then saw this bug later. But I can also show you that, okay, for the text one that we did, the complaint earlier, here is the summary, and here's the raw context of the complaint that I typed up. So here we can, the admin can see, okay, here is the raw complaint that we got, and here is how AI summarized it. The customer is dissatisfied due to an issue with the payment processing and shipping delays on their recent order, requesting investigation and updates on both manners. Yep, that's pretty much exactly what I said. And now the video should be done. It's taking a long time. Yeah, this video processing with Google is really slow. I am not going to lie. So on that note, then I can also show you guys here. Let's do transaction. Let's see, transaction issue. There we are, and all of it filters by transaction issues. Now let's see. Wow, still no video. Wow, I must have given it a long video. I believe it does take genuinely a minute or two to show up. Oh, here we are. Credit card charge dispute video. Took a very long time. Yeah, I think the time we were testing it took like a minute and a half just to do the entire video. I believe on our end we can definitely improve the time for that, maybe using a better API, maybe using some paid features, trying to streamline that process more. But yeah, it takes about a minute or two. And for the image, last but not least, upload. I have a complaint of an image right here. Let's click open. I believe it was a Facebook review or a Facebook message complaining about a company. So if I click submit, this is also using the Google Cloud. Just to reiterate, all of these are sent back to our backend. So we just showed these first 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're on the 5th one. And here's our video. Great. Home repair, HVAC repair. And if I open up the image that I just did, you will see that, great, AC still broken, HVAC repair, that is money. Awesome. Now also, as you can see, all 4 of these do work, and the search over here works. Now we can smart search the complaint. So let's say I'm a Ruby admin, and Ruby gave us I believe it was 4,000. So if I go over here, we have all 4,408 record counts in the vector database. And what we will do is smart search the complaints. So let's say I can do what is the consensus on complaints associated with Macy's, because I noticed there was a lot of Macy's in there. Here we are. There is a noticeable, let's see, based on the complaint data, there is a notable pattern of dissatisfaction among consumers regarding Macy's credit card services. Common issues include unauthorized charges, difficulties, wow. With some reporting interest rates exceeding 34%, that is very, very crazy. Overall, the complaints reflect significant concerns about Macy's practices in managing credit card accounts and their responsiveness to consumer issues. Now, obviously, we would on an actual platform, we would give a disclaimer like, hey, like these don't reflect 100% of the complaints, because we can't send back 4,000 complaints. This gets the top, I believe, 50 to 100. Right? I think it's 50 right now, to get a nice balance between time and retrieval. But yeah, we can also do what are some complaints associated with Citibank, because I believe there is Citibank in the complaints. Okay, yeah, here we are. Account closures, fees and interest. Okay, customer service challenges. Wow, yeah. As we can see, this is working nicely. And I can exit that out. Now here's the dashboard. We wanted to make it resemble like Ruby's platform. Now if I can go right here, click sign out, and we are routed back to the homepage. Great. Now, just to give some more, I guess, clarifications of why we made this video. So in yesterday's hackathon, our team learned, honestly, I learned a lot. It was a great experience. A lot of these technologies I'm just beginning to learn with and use. So it was a great opportunity for me to learn a lot, but we were really upset because we couldn't submit on time. The submitting on time is what got us. So it was about almost 2 p.m. when they released the extension on the deadline. So we got ambitious. We were like, okay, let's try and do all of this, but also get deployment working on Docker and Kubernetes. So I was like, okay, Docker, I was in charge of getting Docker working. For the most part, I was able to get Docker functional, but the only problem was that Google Cloud's APIs gave a lot of issues when it came to Docker. Because right now, my friend was the one who created the Google Cloud Console. I just enabled the APIs there and sent the request to them. So he had to give us his keys to his Google Cloud Console, and that was held locally. Now, when trying to do it with Docker, it was giving us a lot of problems on how to upload that key, that secret key to the web, and for us to access it while containerizing on Docker. I was able to get both containers up and running on there. So if I go right here, you will see I have the Flask app and the Next app. So when I was in yesterday's demo, you'll notice I only demoed the text and the assembly AI feature, because the text with OpenAI, no problem. Assembly AI, no problem. But as soon as we went to Docker with Google Cloud, we had a bunch of problems. So this problem started occurring when I began my demo. Before 5 p.m., I was getting ready to demo. Next thing you know, this thing just crashes. I'm in the middle of a demo recording a video, and it just stops working. That I couldn't fix it in time, and we still have not tried to fix it. It's only 1 day later, and I'm just recording this update. So that in itself was a problem, and we wasted hours. I'm telling you, we wasted hours just trying to get Kubernetes and got nowhere, because none of us had any experience with this whatsoever, and that is something for us to learn in the future. But in terms of functionality-wise, what worked yesterday evening compared to today? Yesterday, all 4 of our AI integrations worked: Google Cloud, Assembly AI, Speech to Text, the OpenAI. All 4 of these worked. The only and the Smart Search also worked in the back end. In the demo video that I posted yesterday, you'll see that in the terminal I showed me demoing the Smart Search through the command line interface. But today my goal was, okay, if I'm going to re-record the demo, I might as well try and implement the Smart Search with the front end, which is what I did today before re-recording this. Yeah, I think that is it for the most part. Here's our dashboard. I implemented this for today. Everything else worked yesterday. For deployment, my goal is to figure out, okay, how can I get Docker and Kubernetes working? That is a goal. But yeah, thank you very much for your time. Faizan, Yassine, if you're watching this, thank you for the opportunity at Headstarter. And to the Ruby co-founders, if you're watching this, you know where to find us. My name is Asif Tharani. Thank you for your time.